Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Planet Film Network. I am one of your hosts, Sean Monk.
And I'm your host, TJ Cornwell.
And tonight we are going to talk about a couple of different things. I see we already got 6 people watching us live, so thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the delay. We have a big tier list for you guys tonight, so we wanted to make sure that we had everything all set. But before that, we're going to talk a little bit about probably some of the stuff that we've seen, if we've seen anything this past week. And then we're going to talk a little Golden Globes action, and then we will get into the 2026 tier listing. So TJ, this past week, did you watch anything big, any movies, any check anything off the list, or any TV that you've been watching this week?
No, I didn't. So I haven't watched a movie since Marty Supreme when we went to go see that. That was 2 weeks ago, I think. I just am struggling with timing wise, honestly, with everything. I watched I think the only thing I've really watched, honestly, was I watched a little bit more Curb. So I think I watched like 2 episodes last night.
Really?
Those are just so easy, just quick 27 minutes or so, and I'm already done. But actually, real quick, first thing I did want to ask you, I know we kind of talked about the show and it ended a few weeks ago when we weren't doing this. What was your like overall thoughts on Welcome to Derry?
Oh man, well, can I tell you a secret? I'll give you my quick thoughts, but to spoil next week's show, next week we are doing our 2025 thing. I would definitely be talking about it, Welcome to Derry, next week. But to give you my quick thoughts, man, you were the one hyping me up on the show. I told my girlfriend and my roommate, I was like, I need to get on Welcome to Derry because TJ's like, man, the finale. I feel like you were counting me down over the weeks that I was like, and then you were like, the finale's this week. So I was very happy that I jumped on the board, even if, I watched the finale the week that it aired, but a little bit late. But man, yeah, I mean, really good in my opinion. I think there was definitely, I'm sure we'll talk next week, some specifics. One storyline in particular that I think will be another show that we have already talked about that you can go back and take a look at our all of our reviews for Stranger Things season 5. We have like 4.5, 5 hours on Stranger Things season 5. Really, really good show. Welcome to Derry, but plagued by some of the same issues plot-wise and storyline-wise, I think that Stranger Things 5 was. But yeah, that'll be an interesting to think about those two shows going head to head. But we will talk more about 2025 stuff next week. Although, like I said, long and short of it, really, really liked Welcome to Derry. And I definitely wouldn't have watched it. I mean, not wouldn't have. I love it and Pennywise and stuff. And, with The Long Walk, Stephen King was having a moment anyway. So I definitely would have watched it. But I definitely caught up thanks to your peer pressuring. So very happy. Very happy with that. You failed with Shogun, you succeeded with It Welcome to Derry.
Failed with Shogun. That is
I didn't. That's my own failure with Shogun. But hopefully I will correct that this week. I have been watching, like you said with Curb. Me and my girlfriend have been like tearing through Breaking Bad because they've never seen it before. So we just finished season 4, so we're in the final season. And we just started in like November, I think, maybe the end of November. Something like that, really started our binge probably not even until like the beginning of December. So it's so much easier to be like, oh, do you want to do like a 2.5-hour movie, or do you want to do like 4 Breaking Bad episodes? You know what I mean? It's like we've been picking Breaking Bad almost every time. But last night, I will say, maybe we'll talk about this next week as well. I did catch the Guillermo del Toro joint from 2025, Frankenstein. And I will say, we will be talking about it next week. That's what I'll say on it. And maybe we'll talk a little bit right now if you want to transition us over to some Globes talk. Jacob Elordi looking like he could be it's starting to look between Critics' Choice and Golden Globes. Looks like best supporting actor is going to be kind of a foot race between Jacob Elordi and Stellan Skarsgård, it seems like, for sentimental value, and Frankenstein, obviously, respectively. Yeah, I did not watch the Globes. You did. I was working, unfortunately. I can afford to ask off for the Oscars every year, but I can't afford more than one ceremony every year. So what did you think overall? I see we already see Danielle in the chat calling for Nikki Glaser for host permanently. What were your thoughts on Nikki Glaser being back for a second year in a row? Her comedy, kind of how the show went. How'd you feel about the show overall? Because I know, obviously we're now 2 years into this new Jay Penske regime ever since like the Hollywood Foreign Press like collapsed in on itself.
Yeah.
So did the show feel different? Does it feel, more like bought and paid for, or is it just the same thing as always?
So I didn't watch it. I don't think I watched it last year. I think maybe just Danielle watched it. So I didn't get like a baseline kind of.
And I did watch it last year.
Or maybe I did.
I had to remember.
But I really like Nikki Glaser as host. I think she's very funny. I do think later in the show, she kind of disappears for a while, which I thought was
like
interesting. And then, like most things, I feel like they're more prominent in the beginning and then hosts kind of disappear. And just thinking of repeat hosts, I'm excited for Conan as well to come back for the Oscars 100%. This year. The I don't even know what you would want to call them. The so-called announcers during the show were very annoying. So I don't know who they were specifically. I think one was from Variety, and I'm not sure who the other person was. But basically, when they would announce the winners, you'd have the camera following them up to the stage, and then you'd hear these two voices basically giving you little anecdotes or blah, blah. So Stephen Graham's walking up and, I heard he's in talks. First win. First win. He's in talks for Heat 2, like stuff like that.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Like,
yes. Like stuff
what
like
was I watching?
You would be hearing on the red carpet or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. Most of the time it was like, just stop. Please just stop. Like, stop talking.
I feel like that is not the place for that. That's like really weird.
They had some music that they would play every time they would walk up to the stage as well, obviously, for the winners. But it wouldn't be music from those projects. It would be music like you would get on your best of 2010s playlist. Okay. So think of your favorite song, Beyonce, Maroon 5's, anything. Maybe they would have played it, something like that.
This is my fight song.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Call me maybe.
And then the very odd, which makes sense, but just very poorly done UFC ad promo to remind you that the UFC will be streaming on Paramount Plus, because this, of course, is being broadcast on CBS.
I heard that like you could barely find it on Paramount Plus. Did you find
that? I don't know. I'm not.
Did you watch it on
no.
CBS? No, people were saying that they couldn't find the Globes on Paramount Plus.
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't watch it on there.
Okay, you just watched it.
So basically, if I could I sent you the video, but for everybody else, like basically what it was is like they were introducing the heated rivalry guys.
Yeah.
And then they said some like quip about needing extra security. And then all of a sudden you see these flashing lights and these two UFC people walk out. One's got a belt, I believe. And they come to the end of the stage and they stand there and then they walk back and then the heated rivalry guys come out. And it's just very odd and I don't think there was any commentary during this. So it's just like this little kind of promo that they're trying to do, but it doesn't really work, in all honesty. And I think what made it even worse is that prior to them coming out, there was like a 5-second silence of like nothing happening. So it just made it all the more jarring, basically. So that was probably the worst thing that happened the entire night, where I was like, what are we doing? Like, this just like, you had the commercial earlier, like during the show, like, we don't need this. This is,
Can we just talk about for a second how absolutely broken YouTube is? That it's like, I just like searched for this on YouTube and it's just like, it just like doesn't, like, I just can't find it.
Yeah. I'm sure it's probably, I forgot how I sent it to you. It might've been on Twitter or something. But overall, I thought it was fine. I think for everything that I just talked about, probably brought it down like that much more. And they didn't play any clips. That was the other thing. They played no clips during the announcing of like the nominees.
I feel like these award shows are like allergic to clips.
They did it for podcasts, which I thought was insane. But basically what they did was when they were announcing the nominees, they would do like a wide shot of the entire room. And then when they were naming names, they would like light up like a table. So it'd be like, oh, that's where Stephen Graham's sitting. That's where Jacob Elordi's sitting. So on. So it was all a little all over the place. But like I said, for the most part, it was fine. I'm sure they'll take those criticisms into account. That's a joke, obviously. And I would be not shocked if it was pretty much the same next year, maybe even worse.
Yeah, if it even is around next year, if they still have it on CBS.
Yeah, do they know? Have they said anything about ratings or anything like that?
Nothing that I know of yet. I'm getting caught back up on The Town because I fell off and behind when I was in my Cinephiles rabbit hole in like November and December.
Yeah.
So I just listened to today's episode and it was all about Zootopia 2. So it wasn't even about the Golden Globes. I don't even think it like merited.
Real quick, according to actually, I don't know if this is real, so I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah, I do want to look up though. 2027 streaming partner. Okay, yeah, 2027. They already have a deal in place for Paramount. So the Penskes and the Ellisons will be providing us the Golden Globes next year for all of our in-home viewing entertainment. Any big, we don't have to go through all of them because we got so much Oscar stuff coming up, but any big moments, big winners, surprises, shocks, anything like that? I did see, of course, because I have to represent, I saw Stellan Skarsgård's speech, which was short, drunk, and to the point, which I really, really liked. All about the theatrical experience. That was great.
Nothing's really coming to mind. A lot of the movies I just have not gotten to. It seemed like Jessie Buckley, like
Shelley from the Top Rope. It was boring.
Yeah.
Boom.
It seemed like Jessie Buckley for the most part was like the clear front runner for Best Actress, so I wasn't really surprised by that. Didn't know Jeremy Allen White was nominated. I'm kind of actually surprised by that. I just
for Springsteen.
Another movie I didn't see, but it seemed like it wasn't getting that great of reviews, as well as didn't feel like his performance was like, people were really talking about it. I felt like at least like, I know a lot of people had issues with The Complete Unknown, but I feel like a lot of people were talking about Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan last year, as opposed to this year with Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen. Anything else? Let's see. Yeah, the Timothée Chalamet didn't really surprise me. The Tiana Taylor one kind of surprised me. I didn't really see that one coming.
Really, yeah. Well, I know. I still haven't seen One Battle. I just watched Frankenstein. Then I got to get to One Battle. But I know a lot of people saying that they would have had Chase Infinity or Regina. Is it Regina King or Regina Hall that's in that? Who's that? It's Regina King, right? That's in
Regina
One Battle?
Hall.
Regina Hall. Okay, my bad. Regina Hall. They would say that they would have Chase Infinity or Regina Hall in that slot over Tiana Taylor. But I also have heard plenty of people say that like Tiana Taylor was just such an electric like surprise in that movie that like it makes sense that she's being considered the standout by a lot of people. So that's great to see, and I know she's high up on the Oscar pool right now. But yeah, it seems like what are your thoughts on Sinners? Sinners only getting for cinematic achievement and box office, and what was the other one for Ludwig, and he won off screen,
and they did it off. It was so stupid.
But they did the UFC bit that went nowhere.
They could have cut that out and put that there. It's hard for me to say. Like I watching Sinners like win whatever and then being nominated for so many things for the Golden Globes. Maybe want to watch it again. I've only seen it once, and it was months ago that I watched it.
Did you see it in IMAX?
No, I watched it at home. It was more for like me don't do well with scary movies in theaters. I can watch them at home, but but usually not in the theaters. So that's why I chose to do that.
There's a couple. I saw it at home first, and then I went and saw the re-release around Halloween.
Yeah.
In IMAX, dude. There's some genuine like jumps in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like, whoo, Jesus.
Yeah.
Spook you out of your skin.
But no, I wasn't really surprised that it didn't win like some of those
bigger categories.
Awards.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem
I was
to
shocked
be like
at screenplay. I was shocked at screenplay because he's the heavy favorite for the Oscar for screenplay. That'll be interesting though.
Yeah.
Gosh, and again, that would stink if PTA swept like director, feature, and screenplay, and Sinners got nothing at the Oscars. That would be tough.
Yeah, and let's just remember too, like Golden Globes is not again. None of these are really like a signifier of what's going to happen at the Oscars. Even though it's really hard sometimes to just like tear them, like piece them apart, where it's like, well, this happened like all these times at all these different shows.
Yeah.
It's got to happen this way in, what is it, March now, right? It's in March.
Yeah.
But we'll see. This could completely flip.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be shocked if like one battle after another won Best Picture. Like that, it seems like that and like Hamnet seem to be like the two front runners
for picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's from what I can tell, at least.
Yeah. I just watched, I'm like halfway through the directors roundtable at the Hollywood Reporter. And that's like an interesting mix because it's Josh Safdie, Jim Cameron, Chloe Zhao. I think Noah Baumbach is in there too for Jay Kelly and stuff. But yeah, it's an interesting mix. Oh, and Ryan Coogler, of course. It's very interesting, but like no PTA. And then like the actors roundtable one was even more interesting, where it's just like it's the first time I can remember in a while where the Hollywood Reporter roundtable doesn't have both of the front runners. Like the two, like there was no Leo and no Timmy. So it was like Mark Hamill was in there. And listen, I
saw
Life
that
of Chuck, but like I know it, Life of Chuck blew the doors off of TIFF last year. So it's like more power to you. But I don't know. It felt watching the actors roundtable was like, why are some of you guys here? Like to me, it was like the three most deserving people, and I hadn't even seen Frankenstein yet, was like Elordi was there, Dwayne was there, and Michael B. Jordan was there. Yeah. And it's like those are the three that really stand a chance. Like that's your three plus Leo and Timmy. You know what I mean? But
sorry, one surprise that I did have, and this is again this movie I haven't seen, but Rose Byrne winning. I thought.
For If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Yeah, I'm really interested. I wanted to see that a while ago, obviously, because Conan is in it, and it's like acting, an interesting acting, not necessarily debut, but like a real role in a movie for Conan, which is interesting. But I mean, people are kicking up enough dust about Rose Byrne's performance that it's like, if I have the time, I will add it to the list. Like, I want to add Jay Kelly to the list only because everybody keeps talking about Billy Crudup, and I feel like I wouldn't be a real, Crudup head.
Who's talking about Bill? I mean, I shouldn't say,
Scott Mance.
He's good in it. Can I temper your expectations for Billy Crudup?
Let's hear it.
He's in it for like 5 minutes.
But are they good 5 minutes?
I mean, they're great. They're great. Don't get me wrong. They're like great 5-10 minutes. But like if you're going into the movie for Billy Crudup, you're gonna see him and you'll be like, okay, what's next? Like what?
And there
what
he
about
goes.
Everything else?
Yeah. I mean, how is like in your opinion, really quick, and then we'll move on. How is Clooney? Like, is he like electric? Okay, maybe not electric, but he's like he's trying.
Yeah, no, yes. I think everybody's like, putting their best foot forward in their performances. And I always find it tough to like, who gives a shit about my opinion, but like to judge acting just because it's like, or anything really, just because it's like, I've never acted a day in my life. How the hell would I know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought everybody was good. I didn't really get like the whole, I know like Sandler got the big buzz. I feel like we do this like every 4 years. where it's like, oh, Adam Sandler, he did this movie and he's like really good. And I was like, yeah, he's fine. Like he just is kind of like, I'm like, I like the more he's, I feel like he was doing more on Uncut Gems. But
True. Yeah. For sure. I mean, yeah. All right. We can stop talking about Jay Kelly. Okay. I have like questions. I'm like going to keep asking you about Jay Kelly. All right. Well, that'll do it for the Globes talk. And then I see no call-ins tonight just because these tier lists can get a little long in the tooth. So we want to kind of be able to speed through it because we are doing movies and TV. And this is like, I won't say, let's say this is like 70% of what we're actually going to see next year, because there's always surprises. Things move up on the calendar. There could be a surprise Marvel movie. There could be, anything. So this is mostly what we are expecting in 2026. This is confirmed release dates in 2026 for sure. But TJ, with that being said, are you ready to dive right into our tier list for 2026?
Yep.
Boom. All right. So we're going to pull this up here. We should be good to go. Let me know if this is like too small for you guys. I can like zoom in, but then we're in like a scroll situation. Not a scroll situation, not to be confused with that. But I feel like this level of zoom is good for me. Let me know how it is for you guys. All right, TJ, let's go to the bank of stuff here. Where do you want to start? Oh, let's go over our categories. So world premiere, that's going to be at the very top. That means when it premieres on the streaming service, when it comes out, on TV, the very first Thursday night, opening night, whatever it might be for whether it's a movie or a TV show, that is where we're going to put that. Next up, we just have like excited, very excited about the project, but, might be like a Friday, Saturday, Monday afternoon, once we're done working kind of thing. Then we have wait for word of mouth, which is just kind of like, we'll wait and see, something that has, great word of mouth that might build after a while. Then we have if I have to, that might be like maybe, a show that we're like, if we weren't covering it, probably wouldn't bother, Then probably not, which is just, I probably will not end up watching it. And then we have skip, which is just like, I'm just not going to watch that. We're just not going to watch that.
Yeah.
And everybody else down there, feel free to chime in with the different things that we're talking about. Feel free to put in the title and then which row you'd want to put it into in the chat for sure. Let us know with any of the things that we're talking about tonight.
Can you do me a favor real quick? Can you send me the link to this just so I can view it? Like,
yes,
up close.
Here, let me just see one second. I don't know how I want to, because I think
off the top of my head,
since I edited it, I don't know if I can get it to you. I can get you this picture.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Okay, yeah.
Off the top of my head though, like Danielle was asking me earlier, like, she was asking me what I was looking forward to most. I was like, honestly, like I don't think I can name like a ton of things. Like obviously, like the big ones, like like Avengers and stuff like that, but like any other smaller stuff, I feel like that stuff always comes like closer to the middle or just kind of by word of mouth too, where it's like I don't really know it exists until people start talking about it, and then it kind of piques my interest. But yeah, I'm excited to see what we have in store on the tier list.
Are you okay if I send it to you on Facebook?
Sure, whatever works.
Okay. Just because I don't have Snapchat. Wow, look at that. 11/15/2025. Thank you to everyone who made our day special.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Not on Facebook. I just logged into Facebook for the first time in like whatever. TJ, one second. Boom. Yeah. Okay, you should have it on your phone.
Yeah.
All right, boom. Sorry about that.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
All right, awesome. So, TJ, where do you want to start? I will let you go first. We're going to bounce completely around. Just whatever we want to go to, we can go to TV, film. Obviously, the list itself that you're looking at, we kind of have TV starting right kind of here. We have a pretty good mix, definitely more movies than TV shows. But yeah, where do you want to go first? Throwing out. Also,
Um,
anybody watching, if you let's do this actually. Yeah, anybody watching, I'll throw this up there while TJ's deciding. If you guys want to start firing them in chat, we'll just start going in order of what you guys want to see in chat too. So if you want to throw in a title, we'll do that one next. But the first one up, TJ, why don't you pick?
This is an easy one. I'll go The Odyssey. That's a world premiere
0.
for me. I think
Yep.
you agree.
100%.
That what movie was it before that we saw in IMAX? The 5-minute
it was Avatar.
Avatar. Yeah,
Avatar.
I mean that was I had more enjoyment at that than the Avatar.
Okay. No need. Okay. No need for the straight shot. No need for the straight shot of Jake Sully, man. No, but yeah, I 100% with you. I mean, that 5 minutes was like palpable. That like it was awesome. It was the music, the score, the rhythm. John Bernthal was like a beast in it. Matt Damon looked fantastic. Very, very excited. And I love the scene as well as like the quick shots that we got of it. You know,
right. Just to go on a tangent too. What is your opinion on the discourse that the costumes are not historically accurate?
I think it's sick as fuck. What? They look amazing.
You haven't seen that? You haven't seen that like discourse? I feel like it was probably more when that came out, when like the first little teaser came out.
Yeah. I think, dude, the first time I ever saw, now it feels like, oh, it's like part of the historical record. But like the first time that me and my friend Alex, we went and we watched the trailer or the sequence. The first time I ever saw Benny Safdie as Agamemnon was when the doors open. And I was like, who is that? I was like, what is that? You only get that if you don't care about the historical accuracy of the armor. It's like, that's the thing, is that Christopher Nolan knows that he can just make it look cool as fuck. And people, sure, some people might complain, but it's like, whatever. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between like that and Napoleon, where people were complaining about historical inaccuracies and Ridley Scott's like, whatever. It's like, well, you have to make a great movie to back that up. You know what I mean? But yeah, Odyssey right at the top. All right, Shelly in chat gave us a new challenge here. This one might be a little more, where are we going with this? And that is June 2026's Supergirl. Where are you thinking for Supergirl? Obviously it's a comic book movie, so if we're not kidding ourselves, we usually do the the earliest shows that we can.
Yeah.
I feel like excited.
I'm between excited and world premiere. I'll go excited. And I was saying was it last week too, where it's like a lot of these, and I know I was just talking about like Doomsday like 5 minutes ago, but
yeah.
I just, it's hard for me, and especially the trailer. This trailer didn't really do much for me personally. It's just hard for me to get excited right now for any of those. And Superman was, I thought it was really good, at a good kind of starting point. But that's just the kind of where we're at, I feel like, with comic book movies in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real. I think I agree with you that it's like, as much as I love them, it's like I am just way more excited for something like the Odyssey than I am for Supergirl. That being said, though, I am extremely excited for Supergirl, which is why I think it's good that we put it in excited.
Yeah.
So boom. All right. Danielle says Sunrise on the Reaping. I mean, if it's me, I'm going excited, because for me, I love a good Hunger Games movie. But more importantly than that, I thought that trailer was amazing. I mean, I've watched that trailer probably like 20 times since it came out. Granted, my job helps with that, but I'm pretty pumped for it. I thought it looked great. I would think excited, just because I feel like I would see it regardless of word of mouth.
Yeah. I'd agree. I would say I would put it at exciting as well. The trailer is escaping me. I don't even know if I probably did. It just,
that's the one with Glenn Close where she's like, her face is like pinned back and stuff.
Right. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. It looks really cool, like midsummer vibes. Like the color palette is super bright and intense.
And we got a lot of people. Like we got Maya Hawke, we got Elle Fanning, Ray Fiennes, Kieran Culkin. Like a lot of people in this movie. And then apparently Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson are going to have some little tiny role as well. So yeah, I would throw it in excited. Excited.
All right, let's knock out some of these kind of ones that I don't even know really what these are, but not what and I don't know what they are, but like Scream 7. Where are you at on Scream 7? Have you seen any of the more recent Screams?
I have. I've actually seen all of them. They escaped me though, honestly. I think I liked the last one. Was that 2 years ago? I want to say.
Yeah, I think so.
So I would probably I'd probably put it in a wait for word of mouth personally. I know Danielle kept asking me if I watched the trailer yet. I was like, I've not seen it. But that's where I would put it for now. I don't know about you.
I have only seen like one Scream movie, so I would go with probably not. But we could go with wait for word of mouth for sure, just because I know people are excited because what's his name? Kevin Williamson, is that his name? The guy who wrote the first one, he's writing and directing this one. So people are like, oh, it probably might be good. So yeah, I think wait for word of mouth could be good. Greenland 2 Migration. You gonna be checking this out?
That's a probably not for me. Maybe even the skip. I haven't seen the first one. I don't know if you have.
I have actually. I thought it was a very good COVID era action movie.
Now, but was it one of those where it's like, oh yeah, there's a sequel in here, or was it like it did well, so they were like, hey, let's make another one?
I think it was that the movie was better than it should have been, and on that metric alone, I think it probably spawned a sequel.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I'm fine with putting in probably not, because I actually would go with I actually feel like I want to draw an audible here real quick. I feel like these two categories are kind of the same. I feel like there should be a middle one here. What should we call this? Because it's like wait for word of mouth, probably not, and then like oh my god. Like, yeah, I'll see it. I feel like that's a reasonable one. I don't know why I did all caps. Forgive me, everybody. Just because I feel like we need to have one that's a little more positive, but also a little like, yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. What about the Bride?
Before we go to the next one, sorry, if I send you an image, could you add it or no?
Yeah, I think so.
If not, no big deal. But
where are you gonna send it on Facebook?
If that's easiest.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
All right. If not, no big deal. We can just talk about it. But the Bride, you said. I'll say that's a wait for word of mouth. It's probably something I would watch. I wouldn't go and see it. Even if I heard it was great, I don't know if I would go and see it, but the trailer I thought was really interesting. I forgot where I saw it, forgot what movie it was before, but I remember it being very striking and being like, this looks good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I think the trailer looked a little like it looked fine to me. It's like I'm really I don't know. I feel like that whole kind of vibe is a little like it's like a little like Babylon to me. I don't know. I'm like it's like, oh, we're freaking Bonnie and Clyde,
Yeah.
What is this? What the hell? This guy's sending me some sort of voodoo stuff. All right, hang on. Let's see if I can do this. Here, bear with me here. We will
all right.
Can I go back to just the two of us and let me try to do this?
Yeah, if you can't add it, no big deal. But I figure it's one we can just talk about real quick. So while Sean tries to get that in, I'll say what I sent him. So it's this movie called Undertone. Oh, perfect. It's a horror movie, and I'll just give you the quick description. A podcast host covering spooky content moves into care for her dying mother. When sent recordings of a pregnant couple's paranormal encounters, she discovers their story parallels hers, each tape pushing her toward madness. Now, I just went on this whole thing how I'm not a horror guy, but the trailers really get me. And and most of the time, like, that looks really cool or really interesting. And that's exactly what this trailer did. It was really creepy. Just a lot of kind of her in this space with her headphones on, hearing things, all this stuff. Something that really gets me is just audio horror in general, whether it be the audio distorting or these creepy voices. And this trailer has a lot of that. So I will probably put this in, and I know it's not going to be very high. I'll go. Yeah, I'll see it, but in the context that I can watch it at home.
Yeah, real. Just like Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like, it's been drawing us in this whole time. How can you not be drawn in by this guy's face? But I feel like we got to talk about Mercy.
That's a skip for me.
That's a skip. All right. Let's leave the.
If somebody says it, if people say it's like amazing and this amazing commentary on AI and everything, like, maybe I'll see it.
This amazing commentary on AI,
but
it's actually a beautiful treatise on like why machines are human.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer like 3 times. I'm like, this looks not good.
I couldn't have killed my wife. I made you. That's my favorite.
And I'm like, Rebecca Ferguson, what are we doing? Like, it's
not me telling him I want to go see Mercy. There you go. Yeah, like, so I texted my friend Alex. I said, and I don't mean this to besmirch my homeland at all, but I said this movie is giving major shot in Buffalo vibes. like how did this movie happen? Like they recorded this downtown in the middle of COVID or something, and they forgot that they made it. All right, let's get some TV in here. I want to get your thoughts on Shogun season 2. Where are you at with Shogun season 2? Coming out fall 2027 or fall 2026. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm already to next year. You were a massive fan of the first season. Where are you at with this one?
I'm saying that's a world premiere. I am a little hesitant just because I believe
you're off book.
Yeah, they're off book at this point. And it kind of felt like maybe they're just making the season because season 1 was such a success. Yeah, it's like, hey, there's got to be more, because we need them views, we need them clicks. So a little kind of worried, but excited nonetheless. I will be tuning in.
Boom. Yeah, I'm not gonna dissuade you from world premiere for sure. It's a show that I didn't get caught up on that I regret. That season 2 will offer me nothing but an opportunity to
Mercy going platinum in my household.
Mercy going.
I still can't get over when I rated Letterboxd and for Avatar. I gave it 3 stars, and you said, "Brother, you're not seeing the gates of heaven for that one." That cracked me up when you said that.
Man, you just won't. You will not feel Awa's embrace. Man, I am eating up Jim Cameron content, man. I am watching video essays, documentaries, and that's not even the ocean stuff. Like a year ago, I was eating up all the Ocean Gate stuff, and then all the stuff about Jim Cameron talking about it. I was telling my roommate, I was like, he released these 2 incredible Avatar movies, and in between, he did the whole Ocean Gate. I'm gonna go on my not my revenge tour, but my I Told You So, and my Stockton Rush was an idiot tour. I love all that stuff, but yeah, love James Cameron.
Yeah. Can I'll send another one to you that I don't. We can keep going. I'll send another one that I don't believe is on here.
Okay.
That I think is an important one.
Perfect. All right, I got your messages pulled up. All right, let's hit a couple of these like quick ones again. Let's do the Sheep Detectives. So what are
the Sheep Detectives?
So that's a movie that it's about like Hugh Jackman and his sons and there's like their sheep start going missing and stuff. It's like I think it's like a fable, like an old like fairy tale fable kind of thing, but like made for the modern audience. I have not seen the trailer for this at all. I will go probably wait for word of mouth just because I'm going like it's a weird indie like indie vibe. At least I actually don't know the studio on this, but honestly, just for the Hugh Jackman of it, I would throw it in, wait for word of mouth.
I'll agree with you there.
Yeah, which
and
by the
even
way,
if the word of mouth is good, it's probably not one I would catch, but I'll throw it on there for now.
Yeah. Yeah, real. Honestly, it's there's another one here that I'm not going to add every movie that I think of. Is that this year?
Oh, I assume so. Maybe not.
I think no. I think you are right. I just was like, oh damn. Yeah, well, definitely, I'll throw that on right now. What were we just talking about? The true story of Robin Hood or whatever it's called. The or the last adventure of Robin Hood or whatever it's called, with Hugh Jackman from Michael Sardowski, the one who did Pig and Quiet Place Day One. His next movie it's basically like Hugh Jackman playing like the Northman version of Robin Hood. Which like that's not on here. I'm not going to go out of my way to add it, but man, that would be excited. That trailer got me pumped. Like you tell me Hugh Jackman playing like a 65-year-old white hair, like Witcher looking, Robin Hood, who's like, all the stories you hear about me are not true. That sign me up for that, but that is not on this list. All right, you pick the next one that we're going to do, and I will add that image that you just sent me.
All right. Oh my god. Looking at it closer, the post for hoppers, I thought it was Madagascar for some reason.
Real.
Let's do where are you at on what is that? Is that Mortal Kombat that I see?
Breadwinner. Oh. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. I'm going with I'll go yeah, I'll see it. I'll put it at the front of yeah, I'll see it. I think it's a huge win to get Karl Urban as like the new star / like anchor of this movie. Not that I'm blanking on his name, but the star of the first one. Not that he like wasn't a big enough star, but it's like that just isn't a character that like I'm interested in seeing. Louis Tan. Did I just pull that? Oh my god,
you did.
I just pulled that. Incredible. Yeah, Louis Tan. Nothing against him, but it's also like he was like an armadillo in that movie or something. And it's like not a very interesting character to be like your audience point of view character. So being able to kind of upgrade your star into Karl Urban, plus bringing Karl Urban in to play this iconic fan favorite character in Johnny Cage, I just think that's like a win-win overall. Also, they moved it out of like kind of the randomness of October and into like the beginning of the summer, end of spring. So that kind of gives me hope too, that they're like, this could be a decent March, April hit for us. But yeah, I would put it in. Yeah, I'll see it. I think it's a little bit more than word of mouth. I think I'm excited. Plus everything I just said. And then you also still have Hiroyuki Sanada coming back. You still have all the great people coming back from the first one. The guy who played Jax was really, really good. And you have a lot of new characters too. So I'm pretty excited for it. Let's talk about its kind of brother here. What about Street Fighter?
Street Fighter is I'll say wait for word of mouth.
Cody Rhodes hit.
Wait for word of mouth on that. You know what? No, I'll put it at a yeah, I'll see it, but it's like it's one of those I'm not gonna go and watch. I'll
Do you
wait
want it
for
before
it
or
to come
after
home.
Undertone?
I would probably put it after. I'd probably put Mortal Kombat after, honestly, if it was up to me. I didn't think the first one was very good. Like I just didn't really have that much
Mortal
fun with
Kombat.
it. Yeah, like I was just
I think there's I'm more in it for the potential, for the lessons learned from the first movie. Yeah. I'm you know me, I'm too hopeful for these things. It's going to be terrible, but I'm hoping that for the best.
And maybe it's just me. Like I don't have, and I don't know about you. maybe you're kind of the same way as me, but you're just a little bit more excited. I just don't have the affinity as well for the games. I'm not
Yeah.
a fighting game person. I suck at them. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I suck at them, but it's like I have just played so much Mortal Kombat and like Injustice. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
it's like if you could get it right, and the trailer for me for the second one really upped the ante with the fatalities. Like, I mean, just stuff straight out of the game. Which the first movie had too, but it was a little more like, oh, how could we translate this to a movie? Whereas like the trailer for the second movie looks like, oh, we are just putting it on screen. You know, like we're not worrying about changing it up for new audiences or anything like that. All right, let's head to. Oh, go ahead.
I got one more poster for you. I'm going to send you. Sorry.
Boom. Well, let's go with the last one you just sent me, which is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood: The Adventures of Cliff Booth. So this is Quentin Tarantino's script, obviously, coming to us from Fincher's directing this, right?
Correct.
Yeah, David Fincher directing this, but it is for Netflix. So where are you at on this? For me, I would go. This is like. I'm excited, probably just under Supergirl. It's like don't get me wrong. It's David Fincher movie, David Fincher Netflix movie, which means it will probably be good. But also it's like it worries me because it's like you're gonna make a why are we doing this? It feels like we're like just tempting fate.
Yeah.
Oh, very happy that you put actually I kind of thought, you know what's funny? What you just sent me.
Thought the Zendaya picture was that.
No, what you just sent me is in our thumbnail, but not in the tier list. Which is funny because I'm actually quite excited for that one.
For me, I'd probably go world premiere, honestly.
For Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, for us, I don't really know what the theatrical strategy is going to be.
Yeah.
As far as wide release for this.
Yeah.
But I will definitely be tuning in, I think, day it hits Netflix. I really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I do agree where it is kind of like, you know, I don't know if we really need this. I'm a little disappointed that Leo is not coming back at all.
Yeah,
so
that we know of or whatever.
Yeah, even for like 5 minutes or anything like that. But you know, I'm still nonetheless very excited.
100%. I will hear you on the front of excited. Is that okay?
Okay. Yeah.
No, you know what? I'll throw it in world premiere because I will. Because if it's a Netflix movie, I will watch it. I will watch it as soon as it's out. So, you know, if I'm being honest, I will. Okay. Chat Danielle says, "Ready or not? Here I come." Where were you with the first Ready or Not?
Never seen it.
Okay. Really good movie. We got I just want to say Sabrina Carpenter, but it's not. It's Samara Weaving bringing in yeah, but what's her name? So Cassie Lang. What is her name? Catherine Newton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Samara Weaving bringing her sister in on the action this time, played by Catherine Newton. I see this poster every day at work, and honestly, it does get me kind of hyped just to see them like kill people for 2 hours, so like or whatever the movie's gonna be. Honestly, for me, I would go excited. I would probably put it under Hunger Games and under Supergirl, but I would go with excited because it's not necessarily a horror movie. It's more like an action horror comedy, you know, kind of like maybe kind of in the vein of like an Abigail that came out last year. But yeah, pretty excited for that because I love Samara Weaving in anything, and I feel like it's been a while since she's led a movie.
Agreed.
All right. Do you want to hit?
Let's go. Let's go. Project Hail Mary. Now, this is not a book I have read. I don't know about you. If you listen to the audiobook or anything like that. I would say I'm excited for this. I don't really know what it's about. It seems very like Martian or like Spaceman-esque.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see if it's much like those two. But I feel like if you look at any social media or anything, like whenever they talk about this movie or podcast wise, like everybody always says like people have heard this movie is like really good.
Yeah. That it's like one of the best movies like of the decade.
Right.
Like that's the kind of thing that we've heard about it.
And it's who is it again that's directing it?
It's Lord and Miller, their first
right,
live
Lord and
action
Miller.
movie since 22 Jump Street.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think this movie has a lot going for it. And I'm very interested to see how it does as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What is that movie called? The Fall Guy. Fall Guy was a fall on his face. That was a rough one 2 years ago to start the summer.
Yeah.
That was like, oh man, I remember working the opening of that weekend and being like, oh, this is not good. This is like, because we were gearing up, like, obviously, walk-ins and like pre-sales and stuff, but like we were expecting some kind of upturn, and that weekend was like abysmal. So it'll be
I never even
interesting,
saw the trailers. Never did anything for me for that. I was like, no.
Him and Blunt were like, I don't know. It was like, I don't know. They didn't like, they were not like, this incredibly like romantic chemistry of these leads. Let's see. I would say, because of how much it is, I'd be fine with the back of world premiere. Because I am genuinely excited. It's Ryan Goose, Lord and Miller, some of the other people too. We got Sandra Hüller, a bunch of other actors and actresses in this too. But I could hear the argument. Do you want behind here or in front of here?
Let's go. We can go the back of world premiere.
Okay. Just because I feel like the word of mouth is only going to pick up steam, All right, let's knock out Zendaya double feature. We just got the first full trailer today for the long-awaited season 3 of Euphoria. Where are we at on this? For me, I would say I'm at the top of I'll see it. This show for me, world premiere 2019. Holy shit, this is amazing. Hunter Schafer, Zendaya, this is so good. And then it's like season 2 was okay. And then it was like, what the hell happened? And now it's been 4 years. And now they're like rolling with the time jump in the show, which, is a good way to play it and stuff. And I'm excited to see these characters again. I'm excited to catch back up with Rue. But also it's like my excitement for the show is kind of gone. So it's like I can't put it in excited. You know what I mean? So I'm personally thinking, I'll see it. But what about you?
I'd agree with you. I'd probably throw it in the middle of I'll see it. I would say
I'll put it behind Undertone.
Okay. I'm kind of with you where it's like, 29. I don't even know what year. I don't think I watched it in 2019. I think I watched it maybe like the back half of 2020. I want to say the first season.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then like you said, like 2022 is like, oh yeah, and then it was like it was a little up and down, I think, season. And then it was kind of up in the air, obviously, if season 3 was going to happen,
especially after The Idol.
Right, and they're doing this time jump, and so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. Like I said, people like Maud Apatow, Jacob Elordi, even. It's funny, Jacob Elordi is in that Miles Teller pocket for me right now, where I did not like him, just as like, I don't know. It's hard for me to separate him from Nate Jacobs from that show. But like, man, he was just with one performance. He was so good in Frankenstein that I'm like softening on him already. But yeah, I think, I'll see it is a good spot for it. Now let's do another Zendaya, and let's go with The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, obviously. This is one of my favorite trailers that I've seen for 2026 so far. I really, really like that trailer. The music, the energy, like the mystery of it, of like, what is the thing driving a wedge between this couple? I think it looks very, very interesting. Where before I tip my hand, where are you falling on this? This is one of your late submissions. So
yeah, I'm at a yeah, I'll see it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really get that into the excited category if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
But I will see.
just for like the
You know,
scale of
I'll
movie that
pretty
it
much
is.
see anything Zendaya does.
Yeah,
And kind of the same with Robert Pattinson
I'm
right now at
looking
this
at her
point.
right now. A giant pair of sunglasses in front of me. I look at it
Right.
every single day of my life. Yeah, the A24 Zendaya. I will check it out. I will watch it for sure. Like I said, Euphoria, my excitement's gone, but I'm still gonna watch Euphoria. Like I'm not gonna not watch the show. So speaking of, let's hit another show here. Now, I don't know if you've watched this at all, but let's go with season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender. So we got book 2 Earth coming out with the introduction of Toph in live action.
So I will I'll defer to you. I did not
Yep.
watch season 1. So wherever you want to throw that is fine with me.
Well, here's the thing. I'm kind of where I am with Euphoria, where it's like I love the original show, like love it so much. And I was pleasantly shocked by the first season of the live action show. But it's like it was just kind of like hitting the beats. But where it did provide new stuff was with, unsurprisingly, Zuko and Uncle Iroh. That was Paul Sung-hyun Lee from Ahsoka and from Star Wars, and Carson Teva from a million different Star Wars things. He was fantastic in that show, and so it's like the more him, the better. So just for that, I will put it in. Yeah, I'll see it because I'm definitely not gonna like not continue with it, especially because it's only like 8 episodes. But man, some of the visual stuff, that is like some of the worst case for like the volume ever is in that show. And it is like rough. So I'd like to see the visual style of the show mature a little bit, but I guess time will tell. But I will put it in yeah, I'll see it. Because I will see it. All right, let's just get rid of some of these things that we are maybe not going to see. Paw Patrol the movie.
You're not going to see Paw Patrol?
Well, it's the Dino movie.
I will not be seeing Paw Patrol. The only time I will be seeing Paw Patrol is if it's on Nickelodeon and we're putting on the TV when we leave the house so that Nova can watch TV. If the movie's real, so then maybe then I'll see it. But other than that, no.
Real. Reminders of Him. That's the next Colleen Hoover big Colleen Hoover adaptation.
That's a skip. Did you see the last one?
I didn't see either of the last 2.
Okay. Yeah. So
Regretting You, of course. You forget the name of Regretting You.
Regretting You. Yeah. Sorry.
And then before that was what's it called? If I what is it called? If I Stay, the Blake Lively one. The big one that had the
I know. I don't know what it's called. It ends with us.
It ends with us. It ends with us. That's right. Wow, that's embarrassing. What about Goat? I might see Goat. That's the Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things. Yeah, the Steph Curry inspired like animated basketball movie. I could see the wait for word of mouth. I'm happy putting it, in the company of a sheep detective. If it comes out,
you went on a robot there for a second.
Am I
good now? You're good.
Okay. If Goat comes out and people are like, it's a really great animated movie, it's Sony Pictures, so they're coming off some heaters with Mitchell's versus the Machines, even, and the most recent one, K-pop Demon Hunters. That was them, even though it was a Netflix movie. People forget that Sony actually made that movie. Netflix just bought it from Sony. So I'm excited on that level, and I'll probably put it in wait for word of mouth. What about Hoppers, March 6th?
That's a skip for me.
Yeah, I was listening. So like I told you, I was getting caught up on The Town, and maybe you remember this in the deep recesses of your mind, but Matt Bellany goes, so I was listening to the Cameron episodes because Jim Cameron did a big 2-part episode on the Town podcast. And Matt Bellany goes, did you see that Pixar's ripping off Avatar? They're doing Avatar, but animals. And he said, listen, it's all flattery, until they start eating into my box office, then it's actionable. Like he was like, then I'm going to sue Pixar. I thought that was funny. It's all flattery until it's actionable.
That's funny.
That's words of Jim Cameron. I'll go wait for word of mouth just because it's Pixar. If they go, oh my God, this is the most insightful movie about nature. This is Pixar's Wild Robot. I could see, a narrative like that, and maybe it's really good. Cat in the Hat, Illumination Studios' next big, Dr. Seuss adaptation. This is after this is in the style of the 2018 Grinch with Benedict Cumberbatch. So we have Cat in the Hat now with Bill Hader, who famously played Cat in the Hat multiple times on SNL, but is now playing him actually. I will go with probably not. I don't think.
Yeah.
Even for Illumination, I'm not expecting big stuff out of this.
Yeah. As much of a Michael Myers Cat in the Hat truther as I am, I'll probably say probably not. Although, I did see that Grinch in the theater, actually. Granted,
so did I.
At the time, I was working at a movie theater, so a little benefit to seeing it. But I'm fine with probably not.
What about Thread, an Insidious movie? I mean, that's probably a skip for me. Honestly,
no,
I will.
That's
a
skip for me. That. What's the last Insidious movie you watched?
I have never seen any of them.
Really?
Yeah, I've never seen any of those. I've never seen any of Sinister. I'm a Conjuring guy, man.
You've never seen Sinister?
None of them. No.
You know what they say? The scariest movie ever.
Really?
You ever seen that where it's like, oh, it's meant
yeah, somebody just Jennifer
whatever?
Lawrence. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence was on Happy Sad Confused, and she just answered that. What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Yeah.
And she said the Ethan Hawke one. No, but I have not seen that. Well, there was another one that I wanted to.
Travis, how's it going?
Oh, that's what I was trying to pull up was chat. Of course, yeah, yeah. Thank you. TP says it ends with us. Thank you. Travis Mitchell, how's it going, guys? Welcome, Travis. Welcome from last week. Travis, do I detect a new profile picture there?
That's the same that it was last week.
Oh, is it? All right, I'd be interested. I want to hear from Travis on that one. I don't know. He's striking me different with a new pose here. But welcome, Travis. Sorry for that. I keep pulling your chat up. Okay. Just Minions 3.
I don't think I've ever. Maybe I saw the first one.
I'll go probably not. I saw. Yeah. I dived back in with Rise of Gru. I thought that was a good one. That was a fun little 70s movie of Gru as a little kid in the 70s, as a little spy kid. I thought that was nice. And then I did dip back in again for Despicable Me 4, the Pharrell song, who will Gru be tonight?
Right.
We're gonna get copyright striked if I keep singing that. So good. Maybe I'll see this, but probably not. That's where I'll end with it. Okay, last one of this speed round of we're probably not going to see these. The Breadwinner. This is Nate Bargatze's big studio comedy. They're really trying to make this guy happen. I say make him happen. He's a insanely successful stand-up comedian, but this is his first kind of foray into a big kind of studio movie. Are you a Nate Bargatze guy? Do you like his comedy? Are you looking forward to The Breadwinner?
I'm not.
Yeah, I think I'll probably go with skip on that one. All right. I think we're in a good. Oh, what about honestly, live action Moana? I'm on probably not.
So I've never seen the animated one.
Really?
And
that's a good movie.
I'm not in for that.
Yeah.
Live. What is the most successful live action adaptation?
The Lion King. Because that was 1.
Sure it's not like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh no.
I'm talking quality.
Oh, I thought you meant box office wise. I was like, Lion King was 1.5 billion. I would say maybe the Kenneth Branagh Cinderella, which is the very first one. That one is pretty good. And then I think Aladdin was pretty well received and was pretty okay. especially considering it was like a Guy Ritchie movie and really could have gone wrong. But yeah, I think Beauty and the Beast is up there. Jungle Book, Jon Favreau's Jungle Book, kind of the predecessor to all this kind of stuff. But yeah, let's see here. We got a new person here. So rolls in 1515. Are you possibly excited for a new Hang Sang Soo movie? Question mark. No, it's the same profile picture. Damn, you got me. You're right. So I don't know, something about the smile, Travis. So you're looking like $1 million there. Rolls in 1515 says there's a mafia movie from James Gray at Astra Lost City Z with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson called
that I have
Paper
heard
Tiger coming this year. Yeah, I did hear about that as well. That'll be interesting. That's like, just based on what you just said there, like that could really go either way. That could be like a House of Gucci or like, a good movie. It could be either one of those two things. All right, let's go with The Bone Temple coming out this weekend, 28 years later. Did you ever see 28 Years Later?
I didn't. I know I passed it on Netflix.
I know I pass it on Netflix every day and I still haven't seen it.
It's one I would like to watch. I've only seen 28 Days, which I liked, and I only just watched it for the first time like a few months ago.
Yeah.
But I am interested. I know people have been raving about Ray Fiennes. He's really good. And
yeah, when is he not?
Is it Jack O'Connell? Right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. And him too.
All right. Yeah, so I'll go with wait for word of mouth. We'll see how it looks. All right. I do want to
that first one that you were just gonna click on.
Oh, the rip? Yeah. See, I was excited for this up until about 3 weeks ago when the early reviews started coming out and people were saying that it is not good. Which is very disappointing because I like Joe Carnahan, I like his movies. And obviously you got, the team of the century, you got Matt and Ben. But I can't say that the reviews have helped anything, so I would probably put this in like probably not, honestly, because it's like wait for word of mouth. We kind of already know word of mouth.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with probably not, although I feel I'll
put it at the front because just maybe.
Yeah, I feel like I will be watching it at some point.
Yeah. What about Send Help? So this is the Dylan O'Brien, Rachel McAdams, Sam Raimi movie where it's like she works for him. Yeah, he's like the CEO and they get trapped on the island.
Yeah, I mean, my only reference point to this movie is watching the trailer for Marty Supreme, you looking at me saying that might be the worst trailer I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go on a probably not, honestly. I just every time I see a commercial, I'm like this. I just don't think it looks very good.
I'll put it at the beginning, at the top of probably not, because if word of mouth comes out and they're like, oh, it is very, very good, like maybe it's just with shitty marketing and stuff. But yeah, I don't even think I can edge it towards wait for word of mouth just because I know too, you're coming off of Multiverse of Madness as well. Wuthering Heights. So this is the Saltburn follow-up from Emerald Fennell. Obviously super old book, has been adapted many, many times. This one starring Margot Robbie, Jacob Elordi. Where are you at with this? This is Valentine's Day, probably will be a big hit, honestly.
I think I'm a yeah, I'll see it. Really, really liked Promising Young Woman, not so much Saltburn. So I'm interested to see if this is good. And if it is, if it's everybody says it's great, I'm definitely going to the theater. If not, I will wait for wherever this ends up. HBO, probably.
I think it's Amazon.
Amazon?
I believe so. Yeah, I'll go wait for word of mouth on it. Do you think that, or do you think I'll see it?
Throw it in like the back of I'll see it.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's fair because I probably will end up seeing it. Okay, let's see here. Let's go Masters of the Universe. Where are you at with this? We haven't really seen much other than a few like set pictures and a few official like costume looks and stuff. But man, Hollywood has been trying to make this happen for a very long time.
Yes.
And they are at least making it happen. Whether it'll be good is yet to see. I'm leaning towards just word of mouth. Like this is the most wait for word of mouth, maybe of anything on the list. Because it's just
I'm
a
complete
skip. Really?
I just have no no interest really in Master, honestly. Like the only like touch point I have for Master of the Universe is Skeletor laughing and running away. That video, or that little tiny 3-second clip. And Jared Leto as Skeletor in this one, which should be very interesting. Speaking of Jared Leto, kind of off topic, did you ever see Tron?
No, it's on Disney Plus now, though. This week. It's on this week. I'm watching it.
Gotcha.
Without question. I'm gonna put it in the middle of probably not, just to kind of split the difference there. All right, let's roll through some of these so we can try to get out of here, because there are some big ones still coming up here. Devil Wears Prada 2. Where are we at with this?
That's a wait for word of mouth. Never seen the first one.
Never seen the first one. It's crazy.
Yeah, so that is something that's escaped me. But if I like the first one and people say this one's good, I will definitely see that.
I feel like I gotta go like middle of wait, or I'll see it, because it's just like I'm probably more in an excited territory, but I definitely am with you. It's like 20 years later for the sequel, so anything can kind of happen. Speaking of 20 years later for the sequel, Scary Movie 6 coming back. Obviously, this was a big franchise when we were much younger. I remember seeing all of these movies, but we are back. All the Wayans are back. Most of the entire cast is back. Where are you at on Scary Movie 6?
For me, I think that's I'll see it. That's kind of a franchise that lived on Netflix for me when I was younger, I would say. And I can just picture kind of scrolling through. I always go back to Netflix on Wii as like a touch point. Scrolling through that and seeing all those on there.
All right. All right, let's see it. Let's just dive in. Let's just dive into some of these guys. Vision Quest. For me, this is absolute world premiere.
You are insane.
What are you talking about?
For Vision Quest?
This is in the vein of WandaVision, of Agatha, man. This is the next. This is the best thing that Marvel has on TV right now, and this is the 3rd chapter in it. You are crazy.
I'll give you excited.
All right, I'm going excited. I'm going. I would put it above Supergirl.
That's fine.
Yeah, I would put it above Supergirl, just because I'm excited about what they're saying. They unveiled recently. Terry Metalis said that how WandaVision was like the sitcoms and Agatha was like these different like horror tropes and like horror vibes and stuff. They said that like each one of these will be like a different film, like a different type of movie. And I think that is pretty interesting if it's like going to continue that like pastiche of like changing every episode. I think that'll be very interesting to see that in a more sci-fi oriented way, whereas Agatha was more like supernatural oriented way. We have a couple of chats here that I want to get up. Currently from Travis Mitchell, we have currently watching Netflix Green Eggs and Ham with Michael Douglas and Adam Devine. That's a crazy combo, which I didn't know existed. It's surprisingly fantastic. There you go. Martin Clunes from the British sitcom Men Behaving Badly is in Wuthering Heights, so it may be worth it to see it for him. Master of the Universe is a hell yes for me. I don't care for the show, but I love the Kevin Smith animated revival, and I have a soft spot for the 87 film. From what I hear, this sounds really cool. And then it's always weird doing a legacy revival to a franchise that was hated when it ended. While I enjoy Scary Movie 3 to 4, most people don't, and everyone hates 5. But to see Officer Doofy again, I'm in. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where it's like, it all just depends on the franchise, where it's like, are we going to blow this up and start all over again? Or is there enough goodwill out there? AKA, can we make enough money? If we shell out to kind of bring everybody back and just continue it. So I'm interested to see where that goes. TJ, I think you can lean more to this because I still haven't even finished season 3. Invincible season 4. Where are you at with Invincible?
I don't think I did either. Maybe I did.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
I honestly don't remember. Here's the thing. When season 2 came out, I was like, remember I was kind of like really iffy on watching it. And you're like, no, it's good. So I watched it and I was like, oh yeah, it was good. I honestly don't remember if I watched season 3. So I'm at a I'll see it right now, but it would require me, I think, to do some catch up. But I am and again, I read it now. It's been like I think like 2 years, so it's kind of somewhere in my
Faded.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll check it out if it's really good.
Yeah, I think by that definition, I think I'd stick this honestly at the front of Wait for Word of Mouth.
Okay, that's
Just
fine.
because this is a show that we used to cover every week and used to watch every week, and it was so good. And it's like, granted, that's probably more on society than the show itself, but also it's like, you reach for what you know is going to be incredible.
A win,
So it's
yeah.
like, yeah. So it's like, maybe it's season 3's fault that I fell off because it's interesting. But yeah, I'm excited to get caught up and I'm excited for what season 4 might hold. Let's go with HBO original Lanterns. Let's go with DC's Lanterns. For me, I think this is a excited or a world premiere for sure.
I'd agree. I would agree with
I mean, you got Damon Lindelof. Like, for me, it's like I'm more excited for the character and the actual show for Vision Quest. I'm more excited about the writing and the scripts and the acting and stuff for Lanterns, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of excited for two different reasons for the two different shows. But yeah, would you think excited or would you want world premiere?
I'm good with excited.
Yeah. Let's see here. What about Digger?
Tom Digger, Cruise. I think Digger, I'll go towards the front of I'll see it. Yeah. I just thought that trailer. I just think it's really interesting to see Tom Cruise not in a Mission Impossible or like a Top Gun. After I feel like it's been forever. So that's why I'm interested.
Back on for this one.
That teaser trailer, I don't know, it just made me excited. It did something for me.
Yeah, and I love the music too. I know people said it was like a Gorillaz track on the music. I hear that music all the time because I hear that trailer all the time. Let's go Super Mario Galaxy. I was pleasantly shocked by the first movie. I thought it was pretty good. Definitely, worth, I think, the Mario universe, the Mario, franchise or whatever. I think it was a worthy movie. And, for everything that's said about Chris Pratt, I thought he was fine. I thought overall the voice cast was pretty good for almost everybody that they had in the movie. And now this one, you're adding Benny Safdie, you're adding Brie Larson, as well as everybody else coming back from the first movie. So I'm pretty excited for this one. I honestly, I would probably go with like the end of Excited, like near the Hunger Games area, maybe. Just because I think it is more than like I'll watch it. I think the first one gave me enough joy that this one, we're now going to all the different kingdoms. We're seeing like Desert Kingdom, all the different places from some of the other games and some of the mechanics coming in from Mario Galaxy. So I'm interested. I'm interested in that for sure.
Agreed.
All right, why don't you pick one here?
Let's go. This should be an interesting one. Let's go Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh, Mando. You have your own movie, Mando.
For me,
yeah,
I'm gonna go. I think I might. Man, this is gonna be tough. Definitely not a skip.
I just want you to remember that he is right there.
Right. I would say I would put this at the front of Wait for Word of Mouth.
Come on, man, that low? Okay. You're talking about a Star Wars feature film.
How about the back of I'll see it? Would you give me that?
Okay, I would give you that ranking. But you're really telling me that this is going to be behind Scary Movie 6 and Wuthering Heights and Street Fighter and Avatar and Undertone?
Put it. Okay, you can put it towards the front of, like, put it in front of the drama, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's okay. I can support this.
This is giving me, like, the trailer gave me, like, absolutely nothing. Like, I was just like, okay, like, this is, like, just ending the show, I guess. And I think we'd both agree the show has kind of gone a tad downhill since it first premiered. And I'm still puzzled by this Jeremy Allen White casting. I just don't. It just feels like a waste.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's like, I feel like it's more hubbub than it will be. I think it'll be like, even if he's in the movie a lot, it's like, it's a voice role, It's the exact opposite of the way, I'm going to bring him up again. It's the exact opposite way that Cameron talks about like the acting in Avatar, where he's like, "Oh, it makes my blood boil when people say that Sam Worthington voices Jake Sully." It's like, no, Jake Sully is in every way Sam Worthington, and his face and his performance and his vocals and everything. Whereas like this just feels like, oh my God, where was it? Oh yeah, that just feels like Jeremy Allen White is just doing the voice. He's just coming in the booth. He's just doing the voice lines to like go, just to give him a fun, interesting, recognizable voice and to add another name in the credits. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, if this was even like Starfighter, I would be putting Starfighter up in excited world premiere. Like I'm pumped for that. Like that feels like new and fresh and invigorated and like, exciting. Whereas like Mandalorian Grogu, like, yes, by definition, I'm excited to revisit this world. I'm always happy to visit, get a new Star Wars story, particularly a movie. It's easy to forget that this will only be if you include the Clone Wars film, this will be the 13th Star Wars movie, which is a lot, I know, but it's like, it's not like Marvel where like this is the 40th movie. So for it to only be the 13th movie and for it to be like, this is what we're getting, I don't want to say I'm going in arms folded, but it's like, I'm really hoping for a good movie, that's really all it comes down
and one
to.
other thing I'll say is looking at this and then Starfighter, their release dates. I don't think I like this trend of moving Star Wars movies to May, kind of summertime. Much prefer them during the winter.
Yeah, it's interesting. They're switching. They're making I don't know. It's an interesting gamble that they have swapped Star Wars and Avengers for May and December. That's an interesting gamble. But what's your favorite movie? Well, it's a bold strategy, Con. We'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, exactly. I just quoted that earlier, actually.
There you go. Boom. All right. That is Mandalorian Grogu. What about Disclosure Day?
This is an excited, I think. Very kind of off-putting, creepy trailer.
Like right in the middle.
Yeah, a ton of people in this movie.
Man, I'm excited to get Colin Firth back. Where the hell has he been? Like, I feel like Colin Firth hasn't led a big movie since like Kingsman 2, which was 7 years ago.
Right.
But yeah.
Only thing, title should just be Disclosure.
Yeah, what a whiff. What a whiff. It just instantly like throws the title into like Roland Emmerich territory. And it's like you're Steven Spielberg, I don't know. I'll go. So this is one that, did you defer to me on the other one? I'm going to assume you're going to defer to me on this one. The Legend of Aang. So this is a new, wholly new animated adventure with the original Avatar crew, but now in their mid to late 20s. So this is a totally new era that we've never really explored before. I'm going to go with the front of wait for word of mouth. I think it's the complete original team from the original show. And this is actually an animated movie. I'm sorry if I misspoke and said that it was a show. It's actually an animated movie that is going to Paramount Plus, I believe. Yeah. So I'll put it wait for word of mouth. If it comes out and they say that it's really, really fantastic, I will be there day one and very excited. All right, we are almost down to the final thing. Let's go with Toy Story 5. Where are you at with Toy Story 5?
That's I'll see it right now. As good as I feel like every Toy Story is very good. Is a very good movie.
I'll put it above Mando, honestly. Right. I think it has a better shot of being better than Mando.
But you know what? I'm just gonna bet on at some point luck has to run out. Or not luck, but you know what I mean.
Oh, you come from the Tarantino school of thought.
Well, he doesn't like anything past the third one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What did you think of 4?
Oh man, I think I liked it. I don't think I liked it as much. Again, that was 2019. Right. So it's really going back. I haven't watched it since, and I'll tell you what, I would probably go watch either the first or second one before I would watch the fourth one, or maybe even the third one, honestly. The second one might be my favorite.
Yeah. Second one's really good. You know, you got Jesse in there and, you know, a little more melancholy and
And
drama in
something,
there and
yeah, I would
stuff.
say it's something about the animation and I don't know what it is, but like you said, like it gives you it's a very comforting feel, I feel like, when I watched that second one.
Yeah.
And I don't remember when I watched the first one. It had to be, I want to see when I last watched it because it was in the last few years.
While
Okay,
you were looking that up. Oh, yeah.
uh
Yeah.
July. I remember me thinking like, okay, this looks really like this is computer. Like this is like clearly CGI
Yeah.
graphics type, where it's like it didn't age as well visually.
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, you watch that first one back. And granted, it's like you're watching the first ever fully 3D CG animated film. So it's like
Mhm.
it's going to be tough. But it's just crazy how much better these movies get every single time, like with how they iterate on the technology and stuff to make it look as
Mhm.
good as possible. And I like the premise of the technology. I like that it's like the iPad kid is like kind of the villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the kid, but the tablet is the antagonist. That it's like, you know, oh, they don't even want to play with toys anymore because all they have is like their screens and stuff. And
Mhm.
I think not only is that like a really good idea, but it's also something that like I think a lot of kids out there, you know, my roommate's little sister, I think you know, I hear all the time dealing with this of like, oh, we had to take the tablet away, we gave the tablet back, but then, you know, she went on this thing or she played
Mhm.
this game that she was told she couldn't do. It's like I feel like there's a lot to mine there that will actually mean a lot to kids that are kids right now. And I
Mhm.
think that's like a really good plus for the movie is that it's like we were kids when 2 came out. You know, kids younger than us were
Yeah.
kids when 3 came out. Kids older than us were kids when 1 came out. And it's like now there's a new toy. It's like every 10 years there's a new Toy Story to kind of help with what kids are going through as well as progressing these characters.
Mhm.
So on that level, I'm just really excited for this. I don't know. But yeah,
Travis saying, you
it
bring back Al from Toy Story 2 with a toy collector
absolutely.
channel and then bashing the new versions of the old toys saying this.
Yep.
I think that would be very funny.
Yeah. They're all made of plastic now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Travis Mitchell also said Dave Filoni started this with the Clone Wars movie, which had Rada as a baby. There's narrative potential to have the baby now as an adult, maybe inspired by the Jedi who saved him to be a warrior. While it doesn't sound like the story of the movie, as Ahsoka likely won't be in it, it would be nice to for her to see that baby and still see the innocence while everyone else sees criminal scum. That's interesting. Um, I don't think this is the case, but with re-releases of vintage toy lines, a fun angle for Toy Story is Woody being reissued, but without his gun holster and offensive catchphrases. Yeah, that could
Mm.
be interesting. It's like a modern day Woody, but they're like, you know, cowboys are too violent. Like, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like a toy from, you know, what is it? Woody's like from the 50s or 60s, right? Like the
Yeah.
original toys. So it's like a modern version of him that's like that comes with like a water pistol or something like that. Like that would be a good one. And then yeah, like you said with that, I want to see a scene where they go to a toy factory and find the unsolved Skibbity toilet toy or the
Gosh.
unsold Skibbity toilet toys. The heads coming to life, terrifying that they are in toilets. Yeah, well, Skibbity, Ohio Riz and all that. So um let's go with Michael next. Let's go with
That's a
Michael next. Where are you at with this?
Personally, that's a world premiere.
I'm with you, man. I want to see
I am
what the
nervous.
plan is here.
I am nervous. A lot of talk of, you know, film too much. We're going to cut into two parts. Hey, we
Mhm.
filmed this thing
That we
that
weren't
there's
allowed
an
to film.
aggrievement. We weren't allowed to film, so we had to cut that. And, so we'll see. I am I am excited, but I am also preparing for the worst.
I'm right there with you. And I feel like the excitement outweighs what could be negative because I do
Yeah.
think I'm more trepidatious about how they treat the story than I am about like the film being bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is Anton Fuqua. You know, people have somehow said that, you know, Jafar Jackson playing him, who is his nephew, that somehow that's like working, that like he's really good, which is like not something that I would immediately anticipate. So that sounds really cool. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we go with that. Right. Let's see here. Did you watch season 1 of Monarch at all?
No, that's no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an excited on that. That I'll put it at the end of excited just since you haven't seen it. But man, that first season was incredible. Both Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell are really, really good in that show. So I'm extremely happy that they are both coming back, as well as Anna Sawai from Shogun. Was fantastic in that first season. She is the lead of the show. So I'm very excited that she's going to be back as well. Basically just getting the whole gang back together along with some new characters. And then first season was very much more so Godzilla focused. The second season seems to be way more Kong and Skull Island focused, which I'm very excited. I'm excited to see all the different facets and angles of this world and stuff like that. So I'm very excited.
Anna Sawai also just cast as Yoko Ono in the Beatles biopics.
Yeah, and we will be talking about the Beatles biopics 2 years from now in the 2028 look ahead. So that's great. All right. Violent Night 2. So this is obviously the David Harbour R-rated Santa Claus action movie that we got in 2023, I think it was. Christmas 2023, and we're finally getting the sequel here. 2022. Wow. Whew.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was still after Stranger Things 4 came out, if you can believe that.
Jeez.
I'm gonna go with I'll see it. You know, because I am pretty excited. If I'm being real with myself, I am probably excited for it. But it's not the level of excitement for these projects. You know, it's like, But I'm expecting another 95, 98 minutes of Christmas fun. You know, and I think David Harbour is like the perfect Santa Claus. So, really great. All right. Honestly, I feel like we can kind of go quick with a lot of these because these are just a lot of heaters left. Honestly, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Where are we at?
That's a world premiere.
Right there with you. I'm putting that below Odyssey. Okay. So far, that is the next below Odyssey. Clayface.
That's a world premiere, I think.
I think that's a world premiere too. I'm gonna put that in the Hail Mary Michael territory. I'm excited to see what a lower budget entry in James Gunn's DC universe can look like. This will be our second movie not written or directed by James Gunn. So that's another thing that I'm interested in it. And I'm excited to see the guy. I'm excited to see the Clayface guy. You know, apparently this whole project kind of lives or dies on the fact that he was, you know, such a great audition that they were like, yes, we have to make this project. So I'm excited to see that. Let's go with The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. This show is coming out to us in just 2 weeks. It comes out in just 2 weeks. It's going to be the first ever 30-minute, half-hour kind of drama comedy in the Game of Thrones universe. This is obviously based on Dunk and Egg, who is, you know, Sir Duncan the Tall, and then Aegon the third. Targaryen, Aegon the fourth, I think.
That changes things for me as far as it being half an hour.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna put this at like a wait for word of mouth, honestly. As much as I love the Game of Thrones universe. But I'll put it in the I'll see it. Where I don't know where you want to go with it, but
I would put it like I'll put it like here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited. I like that story, and I like, you know, obviously this is set right smack dab in the middle of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. It's 100 years before one show, 100 years after the other one. So I'm excited to see this kind of middle pocket where it's a little more regular folks. You know, that's the other thing I'm excited about, is that normally in Game of Thrones, we are following these noble families and these people who are in line for the throne. And of course, there's going to be Targaryens in this show. But I really like that it's more just about like following the regular people of Westeros,
Yeah.
Less like chosen one prophecy, like Azor Ahai stuff, and more just like the Onion Knight, which I think will go far and will be good. Let's go with Spider Noir. So this is Nick Cage, obviously technically not reprising his role from Spider-Verse, because they're now saying that this is a Ben Reilly Spider-Man character, because some there's a lot of weird stuff behind it, but it's like Peter Parker cannot use a gun. So people are expecting that they went with Ben Reilly, who of course in the comics was a clone of Peter Parker, that they're calling him Ben Reilly so that he can hold a gun. Because you can't have Peter Parker in any medium holding or firing guns. That's like part of the contract with that character, which is kind of interesting. But where are you at with the excitement for this?
This is live action.
This is fully live action. This is completely live action. Nick Cage.
I thought this was animated.
Oh no, this is fully live action.
Oh wow, that changes things. I'll put a wait for word of mouth. I would have put this probably not, honestly. But I feel like I need to see how this turns out now.
Yeah, I think it's a huge difference maker that this is live action. Like this is like a full Spider-Man production that they did. Like this is like, I'm very, very excited for this. I would put it at, honestly, I would probably put it above Mando and Grogu.
Wow. All right.
Just because it's Nick Cage, we already know that he's great in that character. That's why I say it's technically not his character from Spider-Verse, but it basically is. I mean, he's playing another variant of the variant, But yeah, I'm excited for that for sure. Let's go Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2. We're getting Gwen Stacy is going to be introduced this season. We're getting more Daredevil. We're getting more Norman Osborn, everybody back from the first season. Where are you at with this? More Tombstone, more Lonnie Lincoln.
Yeah, I'd go excited.
Yeah, me
really
too.
like the first season. So excited to see how they
put this
continue.
Like under Supergirl. Put that like there. Right. Yeah, really excited. Really liked that first season. Really did. X-Men 97 season 2. It's been 3 years. Big overhaul, obviously, in the creative department.
Yeah.
But what an incredible show.
I'll also go excited on that.
I'll go excited. I'll go right behind Friendly Neighborhood, just because I'm trepidatious on the change. Obviously, I think it was warranted. But I'm trepidatious on the change of showrunner.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever you change out the head writer or the showrunner like that, it could be fine or it could be a complete disaster.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see where we're at. Another show that we're getting in just 2 weeks here, Wonder Man. Where are you at on Wonder Man?
I am wait for word of mouth right now.
Yeah, I think this is our number one in wait for word of mouth, because it's like, man, if we get close, and by close I mean like 1 week from now, and the reviews start coming out and they're like, oh, it's like actually pretty good, or even better, like it's really good, then I will just be through the roof. And it's like, I'm going to watch it for sure, but I will be very much waiting for the word of mouth. So I think it's like the perfect thing for word of mouth.
Yep.
All right, you pick. We're down to the final 6 here. So
let's go. I think this is going to be an easy one for both of us. We will go Dune. That's easy world premiere for me.
Yeah, that's going right next to Odyssey for me. Without question. That was it.
Yeah. And then let's go House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon for me. I'm putting it excited. That's going like right behind or right next to Vision. For me, it's like, sure, you want to say the season 2, the episode length, the writer's strike, whatever you want to say, half a step down from season 1. I know for other people it was a much bigger step down. I do acknowledge that. But for me, it was like, man, like this guy right here, I could watch Corlys Valerian for like 10 hours. So I am all in on House of the Dragon. we know officially, we kind of knew already, but we know officially it will end with season 4. So we're only halfway through the show. We got a lot more stuff to go through. And I think that season 3, by its nature, where season 2 ended, season 3's got to start with a bang. We're going to get the Battle of the Trident. We're going to get a whole bunch of battles in season 3. So I'll be very excited to see where it goes. And I'm putting it right up there with Lanterns in terms of like big HBO stuff for sure.
Yeah.
All right. The Boys season 5, the grand finale. This show that has been with us for like 6 years at this point. 2019 is when it premiered, or 2018, I think, fall 2018. I mean, I guess the only question is, this is a world premiere, right? This is The Boys.
I would probably, I would agree.
I feel like I'll put it in front of Michael.
All right. Yep, that's fair.
Although I think it's huge to say, only the second TV show that has made it onto world premiere.
Mm-hmm.
And by the looks of it, it'll probably be the last. All right, I'll let you go. This is an interesting trio to end with.
Daredevil, right? That's Daredevil down there.
Yeah.
I would put that at the front end of I'll see it.
Yeah, right now. I think that's our, because it's like, I feel like word of mouth, we're gonna know that it's gonna be better than the first season.
That's so.
That's what people will say. I know that that will be. They will go, oh my god, they did it. Benson and Moorhead, they brought it all together and they finished it all up. Or not finished it all up, but they patched it all up, and it's a well-oiled machine, and I just know that's gonna happen, and then it's gonna edge into excited, and then it's gonna edge into world premiere. But for now, we'll put it at the start of I'll see it, because it's Daredevil. We're definitely gonna watch it for sure. Check out all of our reviews for Daredevil Born Again season 1 on this channel right now. Man,
oh boy.
Like, what a doozy. Like, these are like, okay. Obviously, I think Ahsoka, even more than Wonder Man, has got to be the word of mouth. Has got to be way.
I would agree,
because it's like you and I love those characters. You and I liked the season. You and I also went, oh man, this is not the best. This is like, and it's like, but also I think Filoni can learn a lot of lessons. He can learn a lot of stuff. He can develop a style. It's been 2 years. He's directed other things in the in-between time. I really liked his episode of Skeleton Crew. I thought was really, really good. And then obviously we got the big X factor of Rory McCann coming in and replacing Ray Stevenson as Baylan Skoll. So that'll be interesting to see him kind of take up the mantle because of the unfortunate passing of Ray Stevenson since season 1. But oh man, I am excited for Ahsoka. I just can't put it higher, because it's like, man, you got to start proving yourself to me on these shows, and that's honestly, that's just where I'm at with it right now. But that being said, in my heart of hearts, just like a Wonder Man up here, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch Ahsoka. I'm sure it's gonna be good. And I am sure that it's going to be an improvement on season 1. The only question is how much of an improvement, and do people agree? All right. Last one up here, and then we are out of here. TJ, Avengers Doomsday. Where are you
boy.
Obviously, if we're being honest,
it's got to be world premiere. Right?
Yeah, there's only
as much crap as I've been talking. I feel like it has to be world premiere.
That's the difference with this and Ahsoka. It's like, there's just as much reason for Avengers for us to be trepidatious about Avengers.
Yeah,
but it's like, man, if there was ever such a thing in reality as too big to fail, it is the movie Avengers Doomsday. Like full period stop. But yeah, I'll put it below Odyssey. I don't think anything else is touching Odyssey right now. I think the trailers have been interesting.
Yeah,
Minions not being a skip is crazy.
Hey, that was all you. I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah, Kevin Stewart and Bob, they might be.
I think I've seen the first Despicable Me. I think
that's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah.
All right, boom. Well, there you go. Wow. That is our complete tier ranking for 2026 of some of the TV and movies that are coming up. We ended up going longer than we have recently. This has felt like a throwback show, but it definitely worth it for all these 2026 things because we want to give them some time to shine. And we will probably be talking about most of these at some point throughout the year. Definitely the top 3 categories, and a few in the lower ones too. But yeah, let us know. Are we crazy? Did you enjoy this? Did you like doing it along with us? I know I want to thank everybody, Travis Mitchell, Danielle. We got oh my God, Travis Mitchell. Thank you so much. So many chats. We appreciate it so much. Danielle, Travis Mitchell. We got Rollsin and Shelly, of course. We got TP joining us in here talking Mercy going platinum in my household. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and everybody else that watched us on the live stream. Also, if you're watching from last week as well, or if you're joining us from last week, thank you so much. We had 200 people watch our live stream last week. Lately I've just been doing this out of the passion and just liking to discuss these things. So it's great to see some traction on the channel and on the audio feeds and stuff like that, because I know YouTube is a pretty scary place right now, even more so than 5 years ago when we started this little channel. So anytime you guys join us on that level, we really appreciate it. But yeah, I think that will do it for me. I have been one of your hosts, Sean Monk. Thank you guys again so much for joining us.
I've been another host, TJ Cornwell. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and we will see you next time.
Boom.